eyes wide shut, when seeing is still sleeping. The body's eyes are not instruments of vision, they're surveillance tools for the ego, always watching what the body does and saying that's who I am. But they don't see anything real. That's why they're open but still shut. Because they confirm illusion, not truth. They report form, not meaning. They're wide open to the dream. And completely blind to the dreamer. This is the world's definition of seeing, to look outward and trust what form shows you. But that's not vision, that's perception. And perception is a choice made by a mind already asleep. So when the Course says, the body's eyes do not see, it's not poetic. It's surgical. And Eyes Wide Shut nails it in the title alone. Now let's stay right there. This isn't a movie review. We're not in the mansion yet. We're not decoding the rituals or the masks or the ringmaster. That'll come later. Right now, we're on the outskirts. Because the mansion isn't just a location, it's a symbol. And before we even walk in, the illusion has already begun. Let's talk about the swingers. Now on the surface, swingers seem freer. They've shed some of the cultural conditioning around sex and possession. They share their partners. They say it's about connection, not control. About experience, not attachment. And in the world's eyes, that looks like progress. But what if it's just a different costume? A looser mask, but still a mask. See, being naked in body doesn't mean being naked in mind. You can take off your clothes and still be hiding. You can share your body while hoarding your heart. You can chant liberation while reinforcing separation. So the ego just paints new scenery for the same prison. And the lie gets harder to see because now it's dressed in velvet. Now it's spiritualized. They think their eyes are open, but the mind is still closed. Closed to real intimacy. Closed to stillness. Closed to the truth that has nothing to do with form. Because when desire is still used to get something, you're not free. You're still bargaining. And the deeper twist, they don't even know it. Because they think they've transcended the rules. But all they've done is bend the rules within the same dream. They're still inside the dream, still dreaming of bodies, still worshipping sensation, still hypnotized by projection, eyes wide shut. Now let's talk about Bill. He shows up to the mansion in a limo. Really? A limo? Who shows up to a secret ritual of anonymity and masks, in a status symbol? The moment he arrived, they already knew he didn't belong. Because how you arrive exposes the mind that traveled. He arrived in image, he arrived in ego, he arrived trying to blend in while clinging to his persona. And that's the dead giveaway. Because the ego always tries to sneak into truth. It tries to pose as curious, while still protecting itself. But you can't sneak into a holy instant. You can't show up to awakening in disguise. They let him in physically, but metaphysically. He was already exposed, because he didn't come to give, he came to watch, to take, to experience without surrender. And the dream knows. The password he gave, fidelio, meaning faithful, was never going to save him. Because faithfulness isn't about knowing the code. It's about the content of your mind. And his mind was still trying to make the illusion work. Still trying to mix truth with lies. Still trying to observe awakening without letting go of control. That's why everything he did once inside was suspect. Because he walked in suspicious. And that's the metaphysical law. You can't fake vibration. You can't bluff your way into peace. You can't pretend to be ready. Because readiness is not a performance. It's a surrender. So even before he crosses the mansion's threshold, the dream has already begun to break him down. The limo was never just a vehicle. It was a mirror, and it screamed, "I'm still invested in who I think I am." Now pause. We're still outside. We haven't even gotten to the orgy, the red cloak, the piano, the masks. Because right now, we're setting the stage. We're naming the illusion before we enter it. And the illusion is this: that seeing means understanding. That openness of form means openness of mind. That participating means belonging. that surrender can be partial. So when the film asks, what does it mean to be truly naked? It's not about taking off clothes, it's about taking off the self.